Well, guys, it finally happened. TikTok got banned. So what's next? What is up, guys? This is Sean Matthew, and I'm going to be talking about the TikTok ban and what it means for everyone here in America. So I gotta say, they've been doing this for quite a long time. The government trying to ban TikTok. Well, it looks like they finally succeeded. Now, just to bring everyone up to speed, on Tuesday, the Senate passed a bill forcing TikTok's parent company to either sell the company or face a ban. Now, the reason this was able to pass in the first place because this was part of a larger $95 billion package that would provide foreign aid to Ukraine, Israel, as well as Taiwan. And you know what? You got to give them credit. They were real sneaky about it, and it worked. Because this passed 79 to 18. I mean, think about it. Look at all the issues that this country has, but they agreed on this. Insane. Now, as soon as this passed the Senate, we all knew it was going to go to the president's desk, so we thought we had a few weeks, but nope. Because he signed it, and it wasn't even been 24 hours since it passed in the Senate. Wild. Now, I don't know what Joe Biden is trying to do. Is he trying to lose the election on purpose? Because a lot of his voter base uses TikTok, and if he's trying to win the election, this is not going to help his case at all. Now, in the old TikTok bill that was passed last month, we had 6 months, but with this new one that just passed, we now have 9 months. And if the sale is close around that time, Joe Biden will extend it to another 3 months. So potentially we have up to a year before TikTok could be sold or else it's banned. And when does this 9-month mark end? January of 2025. That means it's going to be right after the election that this TikTok ban 9-month period ends. Now, they're saying they extended it from 6 months to 9 months to potentially a year because they want TikTok to have ample time to sell it. But the real reason is because he doesn't want voter backlash. Because if TikTok got sold right before the election started, Joe Biden is screwed. Now, right after Joe Biden signed it, the TikTok CEO made a statement saying that we're not going anywhere. Now, this part is key, and I think this is going to make a lot of TikTok fans really happy. What TikTok is going to do is just take it to court. They're going to cite First Amendment violations and free speech and all that. And if and when they do that, they will drag this in court for years. I heard one person say it's going to take anywhere from 18 to 24 months before all this is settled. And TikTok should definitely sue because this is definitely a violation of the First Amendment. Just look at this number right here, 170 million users in the US. But more importantly, they're going to put a lot of Americans out of business. Because look at this number. Just last year, TikTok contributed $24 billion to the U.S. economy in 2023 alone. Now,
So they are potentially putting a lot of Americans out of work over this.
TikTok. Now, we're going to go through all the theories, and I'm going to tell you the real reason why they're banning TikTok.
Now, the biggest criticism I see people talk about TikTok, how it's such a big national security risk, and how the CCP is using TikTok to spy on us. Now, I'm not going to completely ignore those claims, but at the same time, there's no proof that TikTok is actually doing the things that they claim. And even if it was true, the US government really doesn't care about that. Because if they truly cared about American privacy, why haven't they said anything about Meta? Now, this is well documented. It is a fact that Facebook has been leaking data this whole time. But it's wild that they don't keep that same energy for Facebook. Now, a lot of other people are saying that the reason TikTok is being banned is because of the pro-Palestine movement from TikTok. Now, there is definitely a lot of pro-Palestine TikToks on the app, but I don't think that's the reason why it's being banned, because if you do post about Palestine, you will get shadow banned. Because I've seen so many creators talk about Palestine and their views stop at 200 views. So while the Middle East may play a factor, that's not the real reason. The real reason why TikTok is being banned in America is because the US cannot compete with China. I mean, just read this headline right here. US will do whatever it takes to curb China tech. They are so terrified that a company can stand up to them economically. Now, last I checked, I thought America was about free market, but when someone actually applies that, they can't take it. And it's not just the government too, they're also protecting big tech companies based in America as well. Take a look at this old article. Facebook paid the GOP firm to malign TikTok. Now, it's obvious that Facebook has been on the decline for a while, and with TikTok, Zuckerberg is truly afraid of them. So it would definitely make sense for him to go after TikTok because it's getting on his turf. Because there are not blind items about Mark Zuckerberg. According to this, he's hosting a lot of lobbyists and decision makers at his Hawaii properties. Because he's trying to force the sale of TikTok to his company. And you know Mark Zuckerberg will love that. I mean, take a look at this headline. Banning TikTok would boost Alphabet, Meta, and Snap. Because with TikTok gone, those companies will dominate big tech. And you know who's really going to benefit from this besides Mark Zuckerberg? All these politicians who will own Meta stock. I mean, take a look at this. Look who's number one. Nancy Pelosi, of course. I mean, is this not insider trading?
This is just ridiculous, right? Look how many politicians own Meta stock.
But yeah,
They say it's
overall,
about
it just shows
privacy,
how
but they're just trying
corrupt
to
the
line
U.S.
their own
government
pockets.
truly
It's
is. They are
ridiculous.
so butthurt that they cannot compete with China at all. So they think that TikTok is just going to quietly bow down in like these next 9 months. It's not going to happen. They're going to drag this to court. It might take like anywhere from 18 to 24 months. Who knows? But yeah, this is what the U.S. government wanted, and TikTok's not going down without a fight. So I'm not going to be sweating over this too much, but we'll see what happens. You never know. But tell me, what do you guys think of this TikTok ban? Do you think it's good or is it bad? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, make sure you give this a like and also follow me as well.